Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Savannas Pool and Snooker Hall. We are live this evening in Whitefield, Manchester, as the Taom Pool Shootout continues. We started today with 16. We'll finish with 1. We have 8 left. This is how this evening is going to go. There is the quarter-final lineup and the route for those 8 players towards the final later on tonight. And who knows who it's going to be to lift at the title. A lot of local support for the local hero, Cian Monaghan. And we'll be seeing him very soon. But first up, ladies and gentlemen, get the first quarter-final underway. Introducing a man not seeded today, but produced a real terrific performance earlier on to knock Matt Lawrenson out in the last 16. A warm Whitefield welcome, if you will, for Phil Craig. This could be a lively one. His opponent, a wild card coming into today. A real top-class player, a European and World Nations under-23 champion. It's called Bedford. So here we go. Been a great atmosphere here in North Manchester all day, and it's only going to get better now. Had a great day in this terrific venue. 8 will become 4, will become 2, and a bit later on tonight we'll have a champion, and a new champion, Dan Davey, after the surprise defeat of the defending champion earlier on.
Yeah, Liam Dunster out to Paddy McCarron, wasn't it? So, I mean, Paddy must fancy his chances, surely, the way he played earlier against Liam.
Well, he knows he's going to have a lot of atmosphere around his game because he's playing
the local hero.
The local 17-year-old Cian Monaghan.
Yeah, he is very, very popular. He's got an awful lot of people. He must have about 30, 40 people here, just actual proper friends and mates, and the atmosphere is going to be ridiculous later. It was bad enough at well, about 1:30 in the afternoon earlier on, so look forward to that one. Cole Bedford played a really good match earlier. I thought he looked really confident. I thought he looked quite composed. Doesn't seem to bother him too much, the shot clock, although he naturally does play quite quickly. And this should be a good match.
Yeah, he looked like he really enjoyed his experience this afternoon.
Yeah, he's in first. He's just going to stun across table. Confidently done. It's just whether or not he takes the which one to take first, really. There's an argument for both. Depends what angle he's got. If he can come back up table, if he's straight enough, which he obviously is. So, very confident start.
Yeah, 90 seconds in. He's up and running.
Just sneak past that red.
It's just rolled far enough.
Hart would have skipped a beat there for just a moment, but he's fine. And nice finish from the break to start off.
Great start for the wild card. No time at all. First blood to Cole Bedford. Race to 5 in the Taom Shootout format. Remember,
couple of changes brought in today in terms of the break-off. If the black goes in off the break-off now, you win the frame. If black and cue ball go in, you lose the frame. So a slight alteration to things for today. We've not had an example of either, though, have we?
No, I think we had a near miss earlier on. The black nearly went in off the break, but hasn't happened yet. Could we get the golden break here? Well, there's the white ball.
And a few others.
He's made a moose of that. So it's got a fairly, it left a fairly easy open. Well, the yellows are easy enough, and he could well find himself 2-0 down here.
This is the incredible thing, Dan, about this format. We're barely 3 minutes into this, and already it's looking like 2-0.
You'd have good money on it being 2-0 in. Oh no, has he hit a cushion? Well,
he did in the end.
It's the fine margins as well, because they're such short races. You know, the few mistakes that you do get are magnified, and that they're so much more important than in these longer races. I think, has he just come far enough? He doesn't want to be glued to that yellow. That's criminal if he has.
I think it's okay. Didn't want to be there, of course, but
I like the way he plays, Cole. He's confident. He plays at a good pace. He looks like it's quite natural to him. This the shot clock doesn't seem to faze him whatsoever, and he seems to enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, far from phase him. I think he thrives on it.
I think he does. I think he plays better than. I think you're exactly right. I think it's getting an extra gear out of him.
It can be a real advantage if you can use it in your favour, the shot clock, and it can be a real advantage to your game. It can really raise your game and put pressure on your opponent.
I think one of the things it does is you almost haven't got. Well, you're not almost. You haven't got time to overthink things and build tension that isn't really there. So you kind of just have to get on with it. And I think sometimes it can help you. I certainly, any sort of pool.
There we go.
Pool fans will know.
Cole's I might play a bit more of this, he's thinking.
Absolutely loving it. He's
I'm
pumped.
Straight back.
He's pumped.
He's thinking a good split here, and suddenly I'm 3-zip.
It could be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect start for goal, Bedford. Needs a ball off the break. Oh, golden break.
I thought that was it, and so did he.
Oh, doesn't he know it as well?
Oh.
Almost had the first one. I think that's one of the reasons why they might go for this cut break, you know. When you break second ball down, you do get more action off the black ball as opposed to hitting them head on.
Blimey, that was close.
So this one, definitely the toughest of the finishes he's gone for so far. A ball on the cushion.
Feeling so good though.
He's making this look easy, but it's next couple of shots is going to decide this frame. Yeah, and he's just. I don't think he can double this either. I don't think he can straighten it up enough.
Possibly a little bit too confident in that shot.
Just got a bit carried away. I think he had plenty of time to maybe just think a little bit more about what he was doing. And yeah, just maybe getting a bit too confident for his own good. He's got a second bite.
Yeah, a bit of a nothing shot that from Phil, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he was trying to play the plant, but knowing he probably wasn't going to leave an awful lot, but he has still left. It's a great shot. It's a great shot from Cole Bedford. Really good. You see it a lot with, especially with these Blackball Rules. They're so attacking. You see it with these the younger players. They're so fearless that the single ball potting they enjoy. There we go. We've got a power cut.
The lights have gone off, or a light has gone off. Just stopped him in his tracks. It didn't stop the shot clock though. And I think he realised that. Hang on, I can't stop because the clock's running. Just glancing out back into the arena, the lights are on, so I don't know if it's just one light that went off.
Well, in what are we at here? 7.5 minutes. Cole Bedford's about to be 3-0 up, and he is absolutely cruising. Phil Craig has come to the table once, and he's had not really an awful lot to go at, and finds himself 3-0 down.
What a performance this is. Well, he's still enjoying himself. But he's staying in this tournament. If he doesn't get a good split on this break, could be up very soon. How will he approach this?
You see there again, he's elected for the cut break, going second ball down, and you do get more action on that 8 ball. It does track towards the corner, the middle pockets more often than if you opt for the front on break. So whether we see more players do that towards the end of this tournament is well, remains to be seen. But it's only one frame at the end of the day, and I think you have really got to just do the break that works best for you. Can't be trying to make the black off the break, you know. But I could see why people would.
It's a very low percentage shot, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not.
But it's the entertainment business. If you got a chance to go for it, why wouldn't you?
Yes. Entertainment. We could have 4 frames on the board in 10 minutes here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is going to be a short one as well.
Yeah, he's going to take the yellow at the top of the table now, so that he can come back down table and use the yellow over the pocket to get on the black. And he'll be trying to get onto the black in the same pocket as what he's playing this yellow in now, but
oh dear.
That's gone.
Well, anywhere else.
Anywhere but there.
He can't believe it.
It's called total snooker, and even if he gets a hit here, he's going to be snookered. He needs to play this at pace. He has done.
Wow. Well, the black's not going to go down. What a shot.
That's a bit harsh. He had to play it at pace, otherwise he was guaranteed to leave the white where it is, even if he does make the ball, but he's almost played it too well.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate.
Needs a bit of luck here. He's going to play for it into the top right corner. Could get close.
No, it's going to end up on the cush as well.
It is, and not the easiest of finishes for Cole, but much easier when you're 3-0 up. He's actually not even gone for it. Probably a smart move.
Yeah, he can bide his time, loads of time.
I think he's going to be giving this a lash. I don't think he's trying to make sure of the hit here. He wants to pot this. He wants to get lucky. Oh wow, he's did slide there, didn't it? We mentioned earlier about the new cushions.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it slided to miss by a foot. I think you could probably sit down, Phil, for a bit.
It's perfect. There'll be his last 2 balls now. Bottom left corner pocket, then bottom right corner pocket to get onto the black. And we'll see him just take these 5 up table first.
Yeah, Almost like a training drill lined up across the middle there.
It is, yeah, it's a dream finish. It's couldn't get much easier than this.
Fine margins, but it is, at the end of the day, going to be 4-0 to the wild card from Wales, who has played brilliantly so far.
I'd like to have seen him get a little bit closer to this red to just make this positional shot much easier. That's fine.
We've still not had a close match. But this
this
may yet be. But the signs aren't good for that.
Destined for an early finish.
Oh, don't curse it. We could be here at midnight. But this is good. This is really good from Cole Bedford. 4-0 in no time at all, and looking like he's in the mood to finish it off right away. He looks like he fancies going right to the end of this evening.
He does.
Think I love you.
Didn't fancy putting any socks on this morning though, did he?
He's not the only one to be in that boat though, is he?
The No Sock Brigade are in this evening.
We're known as the Sock Tournament in Manchester. That night where everyone forgot socks.
I reckon the black's going to go close to the right middle.
No, not this
At
time.
the top, no?
He was floating towards the corner until that little nick.
Yeah. Nothing down, and I think Phil, to be fair, actually, Phil has actually got plenty of time to get back into this. 16 minutes isn't a lot, but it's only taken 14 minutes for Cole to go 4-0 up. So he has got time. He hasn't got to start running around the table just yet.
And
it's one frame at a time.
40 seconds or so, the frame speeds accelerate with the shot clock halving. But there's no signs of that happening, is there?
There isn't, no. He's just knocked the stuffing out of Phil this start from Cole. He's played really well, Cole Bedford. It's a really confident punch into the middle pocket to get that. He didn't have that much angle there to move that red out of the way. It's really, he's thinking clearly. It's a really confident shot.
15-second shot clock.
You're thinking now what ball he's going to take last to get onto the black. I think he can snick the yellow into the left middle if he leaves himself the right angle. Well, he won't be leaving that to last now because he's...
that decision has been made.
Yeah, he's messed that up, but I'm not sure he can...
Well, he's going to have to play this with a bit more pace, but he can come back.
He's got a fairly small margin of error, but I think he's found it. It's a good shot. And he'll be playing this with bottom left to stun back up table.
He's played that perfect, hasn't he?
Yeah, he wants to go to sort of towards the middle pocket, but just miss it if he can. Yes, hasn't really got into that.
Needed to roll on another foot there.
This is what Phil needs. He needs this frame. He needs Cole to mess this up. He needs to get this frame on the board.
Was that the hit and hope?
Oh.
Well, that could be definitely advantage Phil in this frame now.
Can we see our first big comeback of the day? Haven't had one yet today at
Had
all.
a single comeback.
You normally get one or two where someone goes 3-0 up or 4-0 up and it gets back to 4-3, and it's not a sniff of it today. What's he doing here? Okay, it's a good shot. It's a snooker.
There were easier shots on, weren't there?
Yeah.
But he's played it well. Results good. So first chance for Phil to get his hand on the table and pot some balls.
Yeah, and like I say, he sort of does need to get a move on here.
There's still time. If he does what Cole did first 2 frames were in what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
True. I think what can kill you is if you have a bit of a disjointed frame, because they can be 6, 7, 8, 10 minute frames, and if you've got to basically hope that all 3 of these frames that you're going to win are going to be first visit.
Oh, now then.
Oh wow.
That's the first time I've seen that. Shot clock has beaten him.
And that will be that.
Oh, and he's conceded. Wow, what a finish. First time I've seen that in the Taom Shootout. Shot clock has beaten the player, and the handshake has been forthcoming, and that's a 5-0 walkover. Big win for Cole Bedford. What a finish.
Well, it was a whirlwind performance from Cole Bedford, but I think everything that could possibly have gone wrong for Phil did in that match, and before you know it, 15 minutes later, we've got 5-0 on our hands.
So, we have our first semi-finalist of this Taom Shootout Pool Series event here in Whitefield, Manchester, and it's the wild card. Cole Bedford. Cole has a goal, and he's going on to win this thing. And he's playing well enough for sure. Cole Bedford, the first man through. And we'll find out his semi-final opponent with the second quarter-final, which is coming next.